Visit us on onestepenglish.com. Listening. Directions in listening section, you will hear monologues, dialogues, and academic talks. Traveling houses. Long ago, some Native Americans were hunters. They didn't live in one place. They followed the animals that they hunted. Because they had to move often and quickly, they lived in houses called teepees. These houses looked like pointed tents. To make a teepee, the people first cut long, straight poles. Then, the people set up the poles in a circle on the ground. All the poles leaned in. The tops of the poles came together. Next, the people put animal hides together over the poles. The hides covered all the spaces between poles. Sometimes people painted pictures on the hide. They left the flap for a door at one side. They left the top open to let out smoke. When the people wanted to move, they just folded up their teepees. At first, dogs pulled the teepee poles along to the next place. Later, horses did the work.
Number 1. Why didn't some Native Americans live in one place long ago?
Letter A. Native Americans were rich and loved to travel from places to places.
Letter B. Native Americans followed the animals that they hunted.
Letter C. Native Americans looked for a convenient place to live in.
The correct answer is letter B. Long ago, Native Americans didn't live in one place because they followed the animals that they hunted.
Number 2. Where did Native Americans live when they were going from place to place?
Letter A. They built houses made out of rocks.
Letter B. They built the tent called tipis.
Letter C. They built wooden houses.
The correct answer is letter B. Because Native Americans had to move often and quickly, they lived in houses called teepee.
Number 3. Why did they leave a flap for a door at one side?
Letter A. They left the top open to let out the smoke.
Letter B. They left the top open to see the animals.
Letter C. They left the top open to know if there are attackers.
The correct answer is letter A. The people put animal hides together over the poles. They left a flap for a door at one side. They left the top open to let out the smoke. Reading section.
In this section, you will be required to read 2 passages on varying topics. After each passage, you will answer questions to test your ability to understand vocabulary, writer's point of view, factual information and sentence structures.
Reading number 1. Having more friends may help female giraffes live longer. Being more gregarious might mean added support and less stress. Source: www.sciencenews.org.
Number 1. With female giraffes that typically hang around, at least how many others of their own kind are more likely to outlive those with fewer routine companions?
Letter A. 1. Letter B. 2. Letter C. 3.
The correct answer is letter C. Female giraffes that typically hang around, at least 3 of their own kind, are more likely to outlive those with fewer routine companions.
Number 2. What is the most important predictor of survival for adult female wild giraffes?
Letter A. The types of plants eaten. Letter B. The number of other females typically found around them. Letter C. Their closeness to humans.
The correct answer is letter B. The most important predictor of survival for adult female wild giraffes are the number of other females typically found around them.
Number 3. What are young giraffes called?
Letter A. Cubs. Letter B. Hatchlings. Letter C. Calves.
The correct answer is letter C. The young giraffes are called calves. Reading number 2. Mice may catch each other's pain, and pain relief. After an hour of mingling, healthy mice mirror a companion's pain or morphine-induced relief. Source: www.sciencenews.org.
Number 1. What are the extremities of mice called?
Letter A. Tentacles. Letter B. Pause. Letter C. Wings.
The correct answer is letter B. The extremities of mice are called paws.
Number 2. What part of the brain is important in human empathy, and responsible for memory and cognition?
Letter A. Anterior cingulate cortex. Letter B. Nerve cells. Letter C. Neurons.
The correct answer is letter A. The part of the brain that is important in human empathy, and responsible for memory and cognition is called anterior cingulate cortex.
Number 3. What part of the brain deals with motivation and social behavior?
Letter A. Accumbens. Letter B. Nucleus. Letter C. Nucleus accumbens.
The correct answer is letter C. The part of the brain that deals with motivation and social behavior is called nucleus accumbens.
You've reached the mid part of the video. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe.
Vocab. In this section, you will learn vocabulary words with its meanings and examples. In the test, there are 5 questions and you have 10 seconds to answer each question.
Gregarious. An adjective. Fond of the company of others or living in flocks.
Example. Nika, being gregarious, was always the life of the party.
Companion. A noun. It is someone whom to spend a lot of time with.
Example. My dogs are faithful companions.
Experiment. A noun. A scientific procedure for the purpose of discovering something unknown.
Example. We had an experiment in our science class yesterday.
Dose. A noun. A measured portion of medicine taken.
Example. The school nurse gave me a dose of medicine for my cold.
Pain. A noun. A physical suffering or discomfort due to some kind of damages.
Example. My dad felt pain in his back last night.
Quiz time.
Number 1. Dana was in constant physical because she got injured while running. It is a noun. A physical suffering or discomfort due to some kind of damages.
Letter A. Dose. Letter B. Companion. Letter C. Pain. Letter D. Gregarious. Letter E. Experiment.
The correct answer is letter C. Dana was in constant physical pain because she got injured while running.
Number 2. My grandma carefully measured out a of herbal medicine and taught me how to brew it. It is a noun. A measured portion of medicine taken.
Letter A. Dose. Letter B. companion. Letter C. Pain. Letter D. Gregarious. Letter E. Experiment.
The correct answer is letter A. My grandma carefully measured out a dose of herbal medicine, and taught me how to brew it.
Number 3. Animals like dolphins are happy. Surface dwellers. It is an adjective. Fond of the company of others or living in flocks.
Letter A. Dose. Letter B. Companion. Letter C. Pain. Letter D. Gregarious. Letter E. Experiment.
The correct answer is letter D. Animals like dolphins are happy, gregarious surface dwellers.
Number 4. Mel adopted a therapy dog as a to her toddler. It is a noun. Someone whom to spend a lot of time with.
Letter A. Dose. Letter B. Companion. Letter C. Pain. Letter D. Gregarious. Letter E. Experiment.
The correct answer is letter B. Mel adopted a therapy dog as a companion to her toddler.
Number 5. They had to do another. Because the first try did not succeed. It is a noun. A scientific procedure for the purpose of discovering something unknown.
Letter A. Dose. Letter B. Companion. Letter C. Pain. Letter D. Gregarious. Letter E. Experiment.
The correct answer is letter E. They had to do another experiment, because the first try did not succeed.
Speaking section.
If you could have any superpower, which one would you choose?
If I could have any superpower, I would choose to have the power of teleportation. It has been so difficult to go out and have a vacation these past few months, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It will be very useful to teleport from place to place, in this kind of situation, so I can visit my loved ones just like my grandma and grandpa, or some nice places to relax that are safe from the virus, even just for a day. But, if there's a power that I can cure any virus, I would choose to have that kind of superpower. It would be the very best power to get, so that we can live a normal life again.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Visit us on onestepenglish.com.